Dear family of light, today we will talk about the real revolution. According to Pleiadians, a real revolution happens only when we shift from the sense of I to the sense of us, because since the dawn of time, if we check the last 12,000 years of human history, we saw that we had all kind of leadership from the Pharaoh of Egypt, the kings of Sumer, the Elohim of the Bible, which were also dictator. If you want to go into depth about this topic, you can check the translation of Mauro Biglino, which explain you who were the Elohim of the Bible, etc. And then we had the Emperor of Rome, and then all this nobility in Rome and in Europe till our days, where we create with the Industrial Revolution, we create capitalism. Then we try alternatives, so we bring a sort of revolution with communism, socialism, etc. All this attempt to change our society for the better failed. They failed basically because the scheme was always the same. There were a few which were deciding everything for, for everybody. So none of the revolution bring about a deep change in human consciousness. They were just shallow attempt to change the status quo, but not from a deep level. They were always happening in the first three dimensions, so till the third chakra. They were never go up to the fourth center. They were never coming from love for humanity. The real revolution which some spiritual teacher try to brought into humanity, Buddha, Jesus, Lao Tzu, all these characters, they were trying to bring a real revolution in humanity, but we never deeply listened to them. We built maybe a religion around them, but we didn't change the society according to their teaching. So this spiritual teacher, yes, they were real revolutionists. They try really to bring about a real revolution. But we never followed that path. And so we stayed still, today we stayed in ignorance, we stayed in fear, etc. So especially now that we are seeing probably the end of our capitalist society, which is crashing down slowly, we have to really focus on our own path and bring about the change inside ourselves. The real revolution happens here at the fourth center. When this is the center of your arrow, now your arrow is pointing down towards the first three chakra, and you have to bring this arrow up. Once you jump from the third chakra to the fourth chakra, then the fifth dimension, sixth dimension, and seventh dimension will follow naturally, because you already did this movement up. But if you are constantly pointing only down, thinking only about your family, your small group of people, then we cannot really bring about a deep change. I was talking with a friend some time ago about recycling, and he said, well, in Europe we recycle because we want that our place is clean, at least. I said, well, but it's not enough. I mean, yes, it's a good thing, but it's not enough. We have to build a society in which everybody is trained and that we can bring abundance also to poor countries, such as the one I live in, which is Peru, where we can train people and make understand people that recycling and not throwing everything into nature, not destroying nature, is not about something personal, is about the collective. So we have really to shift this focus, thinking a bit less about ourselves and think more about the collective. Many people think that unconditional love is something unachievable. It is unachievable because you think it is unachievable, and but it is something that can be achieved in this lifetime. While for all the reason that we already talk about is in this channel, because there is a high energy thanks to the Alcyon photon belt, so the vibration is very high, and you can really go fast into your spiritual growth. So my suggestion is try to push a little bit because we are running out of time. So push a little bit your sadhana, your spiritual practice. If you're doing half an hour, do 40 minutes. If you are doing 1 hour, do 1 hour and a half. If you do 2 hours, do 2 hours and a half. Push it a little bit because you will need it. You will need this peace that resides inside yourself to remain stable while the world is collapsing around you. If a group of people big enough, how much is this big enough, we will talk about, but big enough can shift from 3D consciousness to fourth and fifth dimension of our consciousness, then we can anchor this new reality into planet Earth. Somebody says this number is 8%, 10%. If there will be a population collapse, which is something that the Pleiadian predict that will happen before 2031. So in these 6 years, there will be a population collapse. And who has the more chance to survive, of survival, is those who are more connected with themselves, more in peace, more connected with Gaia, with the planet. And so maybe this 8%, it will be even higher because we will be less people and more people with higher consciousness will be around the planet Earth. We are facing, yes, 6 years of deep transformation, of deep change. But even if this time are very difficult and very hard, you can feel it. You can feel it while you are meditating. Even I am here in this beautiful jungle, and I can feel the sorrow and the heaviness of the planet. Because it's not my sorrow, but it's like the collective sorrow, is the collective unease, this feeling of things are not right. And if you are a bit sensible, you can really feel that. If you don't feel, well, meditate more and you will feel it soon, very soon. But this doesn't mean that things has to remain like that forever. It is a transformational process. We cannot have a rising consciousness without the disruption of the old system. So we will see the old system falling down. And the real revolution happens when this group of people that will be bigger and bigger will anchor and bring this new consciousness on planet Earth. So I wish you all the best. I wish that your sadhana became stronger and stronger. And for now, be at peace, be at peace.
Silver whispers in the sky.